All right, welcome back to Urban Topic. It is your boy, the host, Book Urban, and today we have a great special guest. Someone that's doing a tremendous job in the community, in her neighborhood, in her city, in her state. Just putting on the state of South Carolina in the city of Greenwood on the map with just all of this expert knowledge on credit and financial health. Today we have Miss LaTidra Coleman here in the building with us here at Urban Topic. How you doing, Miss Coleman?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing, Mr. Booker?
You good? Go ahead. I can chop all this out.
Okay, I was gonna ask you if we're gonna keep going.
But yeah, welcome back to Urban Topic. This is your boy, the host, Book Urban. Today I have Miss LaTidra Coleman, owner, creator of Coleman's Credit Repair, and an expert of financial health, located and based here in Greenwood, South Carolina. So how you doing today, Miss Coleman?
I'm doing well, KB. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. We've been plotting and just hoping and wishing and striving to get you on our show for some time now, and just a blessing to finally have you here.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and just get your expert knowledge and just help us educate the community, educate our people on the importance of having great credit and what all it can do for your finances and your financial career and your financial health.
Absolutely.
So you are from Greenwood, right, Miss Coleman?
Yes, I am. Born and raised here in Greenwood, South Carolina. And I want to thank you for having me as well. It's a pleasure to be here. And I thank you for the opportunity and for having me.
Nah, there's no issue. Like I say, we've been wanting you here. You definitely was a sought out the guest, and we're glad you're in our premises. So why is knowing the importance of credit and how to use credit such a necessary tool for anybody's financial well-being today in today's society?
Why it's very important. Credit is the gateway to anything that you really ever want to have in life, far as money, leverage, becoming a homeowner, purchasing your dream vehicle. Credit is definitely the gateway to it. Your credit bureaus and everyone is going to track that score of yours, and if it's not in their likings, it can definitely hinder you from purchasing or doing anything that's whatever you want to do in life. So it's very important to have a healthy profile.
Now that's awesome, and you're right. As you speak of the credit bureaus, okay. So everybody want to know, like, from our community and just from how we all were raised, like credit, we was always told to stay away from credit cards and all, but we was definitely weary of credit and kind of knew that it held a major factor over what we could do financially in life, but we just didn't know exactly what it was or its significance to that. So like, I mean, just give us just think back for me real quick and just give us a picture or a glimpse into like how your life or your financial well-being was before you realized, or when you first realized the significance of having great credit or just a great financial or a great structure with your credit and your financial health.
Ooh, okay. So before I got into the financial industry, I was just like everyone else, didn't know, the importance of credit for the most part. And it definitely hindered me in the beginning, especially with student loans. Getting out of college, student loans was a major thing on my profile. I didn't have so many other negative items, but those student loan was a kicker. And when I first started, my credit scores were probably in the mid 500s when I first started. And so now I'm well off in the sevens, getting close to the eights. And it's a great transition, and it's definitely necessary. I think, well, I know now, I feel like it should have been taught back then. Could have been further now, but we here now, and knowing the importance of it is something that I just want to share with everyone and teach everyone, and kind of educate my community on the importance of it and how you can build it and maintain it as well, because you can learn how to achieve a score, but you definitely have to maintain it as well.
Nah, that's key. That's definitely key, man. And from what I researched about just having great credit and just your financial health, period, like maintaining a great credit score will open up doors to so many opportunities for you to have just about anything you want. And you
Definitely.
said something about the student loans, man. Like when I first came into realization, I was about 24, 25, and to see how much damage I really put on my credit from the years of 18 to, well,
Mhm.
really prior, but really from 18 to that age of 25. And I noticed that my credit was like in the mid fives as well. And I had,
Mhm.
just like everybody, a lot of our peers and people coming up behind us, student loans was just killing your credit score, and how you,
Yes.
even if you just neglecting to even get in contact with the people to see what's going on with your student loan account, so on and so forth, how much damage are you actually putting on yourself towards achieving a goal, a life goal, a dream that you might have for, like purchasing that house, or purchasing that
Absolutely.
vehicle, or owning some property, period, whether it be a house or
Mhm.
some land, or anything. And even now, I know these jobs, looking at, whenever you try to apply for a position at certain positions, well, it's for certain companies, they're
Yeah.
gonna look at your credit score just to track like
Yep.
what type of financial, well, how serious you take your financial history, your financial health amongst
Mhm.
yourself. So,
Absolutely.
what steps did you take once you first started to realize like how important credit and having and maintaining a great credit score to you? Like, what steps did you take in order to fight towards that 700 group that you in now, while you on your way to the 800 club?
Um. Actually, I was presented with an opportunity. I was doing some research and looking to better my credit situation, and opportunity came along with it. And my cousin now, who is a realtor, Tiffany Stevenson, she was Tiffany Goodman. She's a realtor here in Greenwood. I reached out to her because I seen she was restoring her credit, and also she was an agent at the time helping others restore their credit. And so I reached out to her to help me with my situation, and so happened I became an agent with her as well. So it was a wonderful thing. It was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. I started repairing my credit, and I
Awesome.
started learning and educating myself on credit and financial freedom, and it was a whole eye opener for me, and it changed my life. And I started repairing credit. I started learning how to repair my own, and it put me in a much better situation than I started. So learning how to repair credit and helping others, it was kind of a joint thing for me, and I wouldn't change anything about it, because now I have leverage. I can do anything basically what I want to do. Um, Financial freedom, I feel like it just next door. Um, Having the credit behind me and showing how responsible I am with finances is it's a blessing. It's a major thing to the credit bureaus and to lenders. So that's how I really got into credit, trying to fix my own, and also I shot right into becoming an agent.
Nah, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's an awesome story. That's awesome steps. So, okay, we're gonna start kind of, I guess, like from the beginning. If you're able to explain for us, like, what can you just explain, like, what is the credit score like comprised of? Like, I know it's got to be definitely like payment history, like whatever you paying on time, and then like, and what else? Like, okay, so what all is a credit score comprised of? When these lenders is looking at your credit to see whether or not they want to loan you this type of money in order to do what you need to do, or get what you need to get done. Like, what are they actually looking at when they see their score? Like, what does a 700 score mean? What does an 800 score mean? What does a 500 score mean?
Okay. So credit is consists of several different components. You have late payments. That's the major thing that creditors look at, and lenders. They're gonna look at your late payment history. They also gonna look at your mix of credit. So anything like installment loans, revolving credit. So credit cards is something that a major factor into a credit score is actually 35% of your score. So just say if you don't get a credit card and you're afraid of it, just like we was taught for the most part to stay away from credit cards, you really limiting your score 30%,
Mm.
which can be over 100 to 150 to 60 points
Wow.
that
Wow. Okay.
you are limiting yourself on and missing
Wow.
out on. So it's different components to a credit score. So it's history, as in age, how long you had open accounts on your profile, how long you've been actively paying on X and Y Z accounts.
Mhm.
So that age is a factor, as well as your late payments and having different open accounts. So I would definitely tell people focus on making on time payments, because that's a major factor when credit scores are calculated.
Pay your bills on time.
Pay your
Main thing,
bills
pay your bills
on
on
time.
time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And another thing is, you know how we was growing up and we was afraid to like answer the phone for a creditor or a bill collector.
Mhm.
Major thing is communication.
Okay.
Communication is key. You want to communicate with anyone that you owe. Everyone endure hard times. So if you feel like you gonna miss a payment or you gonna pay that make that payment late, my suggestion is to reach out to them, answer the phone, and just simply let them know, because sometimes you can avoid a late payment being added to your credit profile.
Yeah, being reported.
Yeah, it don't always have to be reported. So the main thing is just keeping that line of communication open. You definitely want to avoid late payments and stuff being added to your profile. So just make sure you reach out to them or answer when you they reach out to you, because some things you definitely can avoid. And late payments and a mixture of credit is definitely important to a credit profile. And also credit cards. Credit cards, I told you, is definitely a big key to your profile.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know when we was growing up, man, my people definitely told me to stay away from credit card. Don't get no credit card.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna have bad credit. You gonna have bad, but
Uh-huh.
actually not having a credit card is actually what kind of hindered my credit from growing in the
Absolutely.
first place. So basically,
Mhm.
what you just said is main things that we need to focus on when it comes to building your credit, and the main foundations of what just a credit score is mainly gonna be your payment history off top,
Yes.
like what you paying on time,
Mhm.
and
The credit card usage.
yeah, that credit usage,
Mhm.
and then what else we got? T?
We got mixed credit, different components, as in credit cards, loans.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a part of it. And then
And just your credit history in general, like how long have you had those open accounts in good standing and stuff like that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Credit age.
Okay, definitely. Now,
Yes.
That's dope. Okay, thank you for the information.
You're welcome.
Okay, so which credit bureaus are really focused the most when it comes to credit? Because I know it's like one or two that we definitely all know about for sure, like the TransUnion. But I heard it's a lot more bureaus. But what are like the three main credit bureaus that creditors, well, that lenders or companies go to when they trying to figure out like your credit score and trying to review your credit history, your financial health?
Yes, it's it's definitely several other bureaus, but the three major bureaus are TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian.
TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Okay.
Yes, those are the three major credit bureaus that most lenders check with, and they use is TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are your three major credit bureaus. So if you ever want to keep up with your profile, I would suggest they'll be the main three that you take a look at and monitor.
Tap into, and monitor them, right? Yeah.
Yes, definitely want to monitor those three.
TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So okay, now we've been talking about like how we were raised, because we definitely from the South, and we scared of debt. And so that's one thing that straightened us away from debt, those credit cards and those credit card payments. But we just learned through your experience and through your knowledge and your expertise, like how well actually a credit card can actually help out your credit.
Absolutely.
But maintaining a great credit card discipline can help maintain and grow your credit score to the sevens and eights. Like what advice would you give a young person like 16, 17, 18 years old, 19, 20 years old, like getting ready to graduate high school, in college, to be so when they get ready to get out of college that they have great credit?
My biggest advice would be to let's see. I would definitely tell them to reach out to maybe a parent or grandparent to see who have the best establishment of credit.
Okay.
Because you can definitely increase your scores being attached to someone with great credit already. Okay. So definitely reach out to someone that you're close to and that you trust for the main part, and see, do they have credit cards that are in good standing. You can definitely have them add themselves to their credit cards as an authorized user. So whatever that person who has great credit going on, it will affect their scores as well. So you definitely will want that attachment from a parent or someone very close. Like I said, you definitely want to trust this person, who you get them to add you as an authorized user, because whatever's going on, good or bad, can definitely affect your credit score. But you definitely want to be with someone who has an excellent background and has a low utilization rate on their credit cards, and someone who knows how to use them correctly. So definitely become an authorized user. You can also get a secured credit card themselves. With mostly credit unions, you'll want to try those, but different credit lenders as well. You can get a secured loan or a secured credit card. Okay. And those will be my biggest recommendations, to do that off top, and to let that age build up on their profile as well as the other person who the original user. So definitely become an authorized user on someone's credit card.
Okay, so authorized users, something easy. All they have to do is just get in contact with their mother, their father, their grandparent. Just ask them to contact their credit company, whatever they got their credit card with, and just add them on their name as an authorized user.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and you just mentioned that secure credit card. Explain real quick. You ain't gotta go into in depth what a secure credit card is, as opposed to like what a
normal credit card.
Yeah.
Okay, a secured credit card is similar to a credit card, but it's going to be your money versus other people's money.
So they got to put the money up front.
Absolutely. Okay. They have to put their own money up front, and then from there, use that limit that they put, say $200 on to a credit card, because that's what most companies start you out with. Yeah. A $200 secured credit card, and then you use that credit card just like you would a normal credit card. And make sure you stay under certain numbers. Usually, now I suggest my client and others to stay under 10% of the utilization versus 30.
Okay. 30%.
Yes, under 30%, but you really want to stay under 10% and use that 10% limit. But I quickly want to go over how you can use all of the limit. This is what people really got confused about when they got scared of saying, don't use your credit cards and don't do it. You can use your credit card as much as you want, but the key thing is to stay under certain numbers by your statement date versus your due date. Okay. So if you stay under 10% by the time your statement date comes, then you're perfect. So example, you can use all $200 of your limit, but you will want to contact your creditors and see once to see your statement date, which is your closing date, which is the date they're going to report to the credit bureaus. They report on your statement date and not your due date. So that's the major thing, the knowledge that people need to know when having credit cards. So you can use that $200 on your secured credit card or credit card, but the main thing is paying it back down to that 10% limit by your statement date.
By time
your closing date
is just basically the date that the actual whoever you got your credit card with is going to report your usage to the credit bureau.
Absolutely.
Got you. Okay.
Yes.
So basically, what a secure card is, like a great way to use a secure card. If I'm a teenager in high school getting ready to graduate, or I'm a college student, give me a $200, or save up $200, $300 from working over a period of time, and I go to and get me a secure credit card with the best company that I feel like works best with me. And what I said, if I got a $300 secure credit card that I put in an account for my money, what I can do is just spend $30 in gas. Absolutely. Every other week, and just as soon as I get paid, pay that $30 right back off pay that balance back off on my credit card, and that's just constantly building up my credit.
Absolutely. But the key to that is still is the statement date, because you don't want to pay your balance off before your statement date, because if you do, then you'll have a zero
balance being reported.
Yes,
Got
and it'll
you.
be acting. It'll look as if you're not using
Not
your
even
credit.
use it. I got
Yeah.
you. I got
So
you.
you
I got
want to
you.
maintain a balance of 10% or less to your due date.
Yeah.
So you have to have a balance going to your statement date, but definitely make that payment before your due date, because you don't want to have interest on your next payment after your due date.
Got you.
So have a balance of 10% or lower by your statement date, and then pay the rest of the balance on your due date.
All right, just real quick. Like, let's say I'm a single mother though, right? I'm a single mother. I got two children at home, and I know that my credit ain't as good. But what's the first thing I need to do if I'm working full time? What's the first thing I need to do if I wanted to repair my credit, or if not necessarily repair, if I just wanted to get on the journey of just getting my credit score to what it need to be, so we can get us a house or get us this car that me and my family need that I'm trying to provide for? What would you suggest the first step to do for a woman or a male that's just a single adult out here living it, and they're trying to make it and get their credit back on track?
My biggest suggestion would be to definitely analyze your credit report.
Okay.
And it may lead you to getting your credit fixed and repaired. You definitely going to want to look at the negative items that you have on your profile. You want to look at, do you have any late payments? Do you have any derogatory remarks on there? Do you have any hard inquiries on there?
Okay.
And if you do, you definitely want to take steps into removing those. Now, whether if you do it themselves, or whether if they hire an expert to help them, but they definitely gonna want to track those late payments or any remarks on their profile. So you definitely want to analyze your credit report and see the negative items that you have on there, as well as looking at your old mailing addresses, also looking at your old employees that's on there, employers on your profile. You want to get those cleaned up as well. Actually, that will really be the first thing you will want to do to clean up your profile, as in your personal profile as well as your credit profile. So, a lot of times on credit profiles, they have different names on your profile. Have you ever noticed that? They'll have maybe your real name and then maybe a name that's misspelled, or
actually, I have
those
seen
attachments. You want to clean that up.
Okay.
So get rid of all those misspelled names, all those old addresses, all those old employers. Clean that up, and then go look at your profile to see and analyze it, to where all the negative items that you have, you will want to take steps on getting those removed.
Okay, that's,
definitely.
That's great advice. And I know a lot of people. Just real quick, dive into this real quick. When you're dealing with your credit, we're dealing with credit repair. A lot of people may not know what they're doing when they're doing this, but just explain what is an inquiry or a hard inquiry, and how can they negatively affect your credit? Just real quick though, T.
Okay, a hard pull is something that most like, let's say, car dealerships, homeowners, big companies like that gonna do a hard pull on your profile. And when they do this, it's just so they can see what your health on your profile look and consist of. They want to see all those late payments or something you may have, or the late payments you don't have. They just gonna pull it and get a good glimpse of your profile and your finances, just to check your responsibility level, basically.
So a hard inquiry is just basically like whenever a hard inquiry normally is what you can relate to is where if you go into a car dealership and they gonna pull your credit to see if they can approve you for a loan.
Absolutely.
Or when you go in to try to get a house and they pulling your credit to see what you can be pre-approved for.
Yes.
And even if you do go along with the process, or you not actually like registered, well, if you're not accepted for that loan at that car dealership, does that hard inquiry play a negative effect on your credit score?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You definitely want to avoid getting a lot of people to take a look at your profile, because that's what an inquiry is. But the hard inquiry is definitely going to hurt and be more harmful than say a soft pull.
Okay.
That hard pull is gonna definitely affect your score. So I always tell my clients and others to avoid it if you can. If you know you're not really interested in something, do not give someone your social. Because once you give that full social security, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna do a hard pull. Now, with a soft pull, they're gonna probably ask you for your last 4. So if they ask you for your whole social, that's definitely gonna be a hard pull, and you want to avoid that, especially going to credit, not credit, but car dealerships.
Yeah.
My biggest advice would be to go with your bank.
Okay.
Go to your credit union, your bank, and get approved there versus going to the car dealership, because the car dealership is gonna run your credit 1,000 times. They're gonna do a hard inquiry several times, and it's definitely going to drop your scores drastically.
They want to get that car sold. They're trying to make that money.
They're trying to hurry up and get that money, and they're going to go with the quickest and the fastest person that's going to give you a loan. So you definitely will want to go and get approval with your credit union, and then you go to them and say, hey, I have this X amount, and I'm looking for something with this, as versus going to them and letting them doing several pulls and trying to get a fit for you.
Man.
So,
Ms. Coleman, that's great information.
Definitely. Because hard pulls will make you look desperate. And that's what you want to avoid. Because that what lenders going to look at you as, a desperate user. Because it's looking like, hey, I need help. I need help. I need help. I need this loan.
I got
so avoid those hard pulls.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you want to have your own sense of credit dignity when you getting out here trying to get
definitely
something. Like you got to have a certain level of respect.
Yes.
My credit score, I need to protect it.
Exactly. Protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. Take your own power back.
Okay, so that's actually a gem, man. Thank you for actually just sharing that knowledge.
Absolutely.
We see that you are an expert at what you're doing, Ms. Coleman. So, okay, what type of products or services do you offer along with with Coleman's Credit Repair that people can look forward to and getting it when they get ready to register with you as a client? I'm gonna have to start over right there. It's cool though.
Okay.
That's all good. But man, look, you doing real, man. Look, this we back. All right. So, Ms. Coleman, what type of products or services can future clients or people who's interested in the products or services or just the specialization that Coleman's Credit Repair offers? Like, what type of products or services do you guys offer? And what would make me, if I was a future client or somebody who was interested in your business, make me want to come to you and let you guys repair my credit, as opposed to going to somebody like a Lexington Law or a Sky Blue or like the Credit Pros, like some of the major companies that's broadcasted everywhere?
Okay, so I have 2 different services for the most part. One I have for those who have 4 or less negative items on their profile.
Okay.
I can help them with a pre-deletion, is what I call it, versus a full enrollment. So this is really to just help those who maybe have 1 or 2 negative items on their profile. This will help them avoid spending major dollars and a lot of money for just a few items that they need removed. So we can definitely help them remove those if they have 4 or less items for a pre-deletion fee of $35 each, versus doing a full enrollment, which I suggest those who have more than 4 items that need removed.
Okay.
And a full enrollment will be starting out for $150 and $50 a month.
Okay.
And I would definitely suggest those to come to me versus a major company, because major companies, they have tons and tons of clients who they don't get to make a special connection with. They don't take the time to look at what best fit their profile.
Right.
Different profile, all profiles are different, and so different tactics are needed and necessary for to fit certain profiles. And I take that time out to figure out what's the best solution for each client that I have. And I definitely have a relationship with all of my clients, and you just don't get that type of transparency with other major credit repair companies. And I definitely provide that. and I kind of tend to work a little faster than most companies.
Hey, now that's a plus. You get
Definitely a
you get that
plus.
one-on-one attention, and you work on my stuff quicker than
Yes,
me going to one of these major head companies
yes.
that really just consider me another number instead of a
Definitely
person.
another number,
I
and
got you.
definitely more money. Because what major companies tend to do is to slow the process down. I That's just my opinion. I feel like they don't hit all the three credit bureaus simultaneously like I do.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when we working, I'm gonna make sure we get all three of the credit bureaus at the same time. So all those negative items can remove at the same time. So you'll be getting scores and stuff taken care of with all three major credit bureaus versus a major company slowing your process down and only just doing one or two from one or two credit bureaus. So that's definitely a slow process in a way for them to get more money from clients versus me just tackling it and going on headstrong with your process.
Like a missile.
Yes, I'm coming full force.
That's dope. That's dope, Miss Coleman. So, okay, so far through your experience, and as we've been doing a lot of research on you in your company, Miss Coleman, we see that you are based here in Greenwood, South Carolina, but we noticed that you work with clients all across the United States. Especially, I know you work with somebody in New York.
Absolutely.
What other places had an opportunity to work with customers and clients from?
Let's see. I have clients, of course, in South Carolina, North Carolina,
Okay.
Louisiana.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The boot. You got people in the boot?
Yes.
Shout out to the boot, man.
North Carolina, Virginia.
Okay.
Let's see, Georgia.
Okay, for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it's others. But definitely those: North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Virginia, Louisiana, and New Jersey.
Okay.
And New York.
I mean, that's dope. That's dope. Your reach has really gotten far, and
within a year span.
I mean, that's dope. That's
yes.
real. That means you're really going after it, and you're really doing a great job. So, okay, through your experience, what type of situation have you ran across that you have seen or that you have worked on, as far as like a client's credit report or credit score? Did you seen the biggest increase? Like where were they at? I mean, you don't have to go into too much detail because I know that's personal, but just give us an idea, like where they were from when they first met you, and then like how far
have they grown?
How far have they grown just by using your services, using your service and your products with your company?
One of the biggest increases that I have gotten for a client, they started out in the 300s.
Ooh.
And we got them to the mid 600s.
Man, that's over 300 points.
Over 300 points.
Man,
absolutely over 300 points, which was one of my biggest highlights in my career.
That's a plaque. That's good. That's real good.
Absolutely.
Man. That's real good. Okay, so we also know we've been researching you a lot, Ms. Coleman, that you've been hosting, you've been asked to speak at numerous financial health seminars here in Greenwood, South Carolina, and that you own your own entrepreneur networking, like you organize your own entrepreneur networking seminar and just gathering and just excerpt. Like, can you just give us an idea of what those entrepreneur networking gatherings that you done organize, like what are they comprised of, and when can we be able to catch another one of those, and how can we register?
Okay, so the biggest key is to get all the people that is necessary for the community. So I try to get things or people in different experts of realty, finances.
Yeah.
So I'm, of course, the credit. And then most events we have someone speak with home ownership, business, as well as finances. So we try to get people guided to where they can repair their credit, but also learn how to become a homeowner or to start a business. So we had different components that come in. The last event we had different people there, as well as speaking on mental health.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a major event that we had. It was mental health, it was home ownership, it was business, it was physical health, as well as mental health. And we also had, let's see, I think I'm leaving out someone. mental health, physical health, and fitness.
Okay.
We had fitness there as well.
Nah, that's dope.
Absolutely.
Nah, that's dope.
So we did connect all those experts to give out information to the community on those topics. And the next event, me and my partner, she's a realtor out of Lawrence, South Carolina.
Okay.
Tamika Links. We planning another event soon, but we haven't put all the details together just yet. But it's definitely gonna be to help clients become homeowners, fix their credit and become homeowners, and just to put their information in front of them to kind of give them a guidance on what the next steps they need to do to become a homeowner, and also to fix their credit if needed.
And when can we expect another one of your networking gatherings like that for entrepreneurs and just for?
We really trying to. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. Yeah.
We really trying to push it before the end of the year.
Okay.
But we want to make it as clean and as helpful as possible and more of educational. So it may take some time, but we haven't really got a date just yet. Okay. But it's definitely in the works and it's definitely coming, and you'll be the first to know.
Thank you. So we definitely continue to check out your Facebook and your Instagrams. And speaking of those social media outlets, before we let you go, Ms. Coleman, we really appreciate you coming out today and just sharing your knowledge, sharing your expertise, and just giving people a heads up on the things that they didn't tell us when we were growing up, like how major credit and maintaining a great credit score can actually open the door for you and give you so many opportunities to have just a more fulfilling life. How can people reach out to you and contact you if they want to become a client of yours, or if they just want to reach out to you for questions? Like, how can they find Coleman's Credit Repair?
Okay, so one, I do have a personal number that I give out to all my clients. I feel transparency is the key, and I'm definitely a relationship person. So all my clients and all my future clients, they have my number, which is 864-344-0465. You can reach me there anytime, but preferably before 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the idea. But you can definitely shoot me a text or give me a phone call and ask any questions that you may have. Social media, I'm on Facebook. My personal page is Coleman LaTidra, and then my business page on there is Coleman Credit Service. So either way, you can contact me there. I also have a new group on Facebook I just started. It's called 7s Up to 700.
Okay.
And this is where I give out all my credit repair deals, all my courses and kit deals. They can come there and get free advice. They can learn. It's a community thing, but it's for educational purposes and also to help clients enroll and save money as well. I'm definitely about saving pennies and dollars in any form of fashion. So I don't try to knock off my clients' heads by being super expensive. I definitely give out those club members discounts and great deals on credit repair in this group.
Yeah, we definitely join your group.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see us enroll real soon.
Yes, I have different deals for future clients as well as current clients. In the group, I give out free month of credit repair services, BOGO deals, as in buy one get one half off or buy one get one free. Just different deals on helping people with their credit services. And now it's a small admission fee for the group. And it's only $5 to join the group, which is pennies compared to other club memberships. But it's definitely just a $5 entry fee. And then you get all the good deals and promos that I will come up with inside the group.
And how can somebody find you on Instagram?
Instagram, I am entrepreneur90.
Okay.
And I definitely can't give you the spelling of it just yet.
You good.
But it's entrepreneur_her90.
Okay.
Definitely just type in LaTidra Coleman and it'll pop up on Instagram. So yeah, definitely check me out on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely tap in with you, Ms. Coleman. Like I said, it's been a pleasure, and it's actually just been an eye-opening episode for us, like just having you here. And we want to say thank you for coming out with us. And if anybody got any questions about their credit and you want to get your credit repaired, or you don't even know what your score is, you want somebody to help you out with it and just lead you in the right direction, please contact Coleman's Credit Repair, and they will get you on the right track. Again, this is a book Urban, and we out of here. Urban Topic. We good. That was great.